All right, joined now by Dave Hyde, 35 years at the Sun Sentinel, so you've seen a lot of South Florida sports in those years. Miami Hurricanes back in the mix here. How important is it to have the Canes back on the front page, so to speak, and doing so well?
Well, we need a winning football team in this town, don't we? So it's happy, but it's in football always more fun, college football, when Miami is winning. You go back to Jimmy Johnson and Butch Davis and those Cane teams, and so it's almost like we're circles being connected here.
Sure. And at this point, going into the college football quarterfinal, is this already a successful year? Is Mario Cristobal playing with house money? Or do you feel like they need to add another win or two and keep this going?
No, I thought once they got into the playoffs, then they're playing with house money, because that was a step they needed to take. They hadn't been in the playoffs the 12 years of the playoffs. They hadn't really been on the national stage in, two decades for sure. So I thought getting in was house money, winning validated the move, and now it's just fun.
Yeah. And to win the way they did against Texas A&M, low-scoring affair, who would have thought it would just be a defensive effort when you think about Miami teams? Always great defenses, but usually some high-scoring teams. But they did it defensively. What was your takeaway from the Texas A&M win?
Boy, that was a medieval game. Big plays on defense, and they were up for the moment. Tough place to play for them. They go in, and when the game had to be won, big run by Mark Fletcher, another defensive play to seal the win. So they did what they had to.
All right, so Ohio State, defending champs, just one loss, and I was in the Big Ten championship game. What do you see in the matchup coming up?
I see yesteryear. I mean, you talk about things coming full circle. The past meets the present. Last time Miami was on a big stage, the Fiesta Bowl, Ohio State, controversial ending. So I'm sure that will be revisited by everybody heading into this game.
And last one, having so many South Florida kids contributing, you mentioned Fletcher, Malachi, Tony, Fitzgerald. Does that make it extra special when it's the local kids helping out?
Well, that means Miami's back when we're talking about great local players, because that's really when they were great, how the program was built, and now if they can sustain this, that's how it'll be rebuilt too.
All right, thanks so much, Mr. Hyde. Appreciate that, and I appreciate your coverage of Canes football.